Hey traders, what's going on? Watch this video here for Friday, February 21st, showing you the SPY. Just glancing at this, you might think, oh, there was an errant tick, and it didn't really do that, but it did really do that. We had a pretty good sell-off intraday. Look at that. Honestly, I'm a day trader, sit in front of my screens all day, and I have no idea what sparked this. There may have been a headline that I didn't hear, but definitely some pretty good selling. For those of you that didn't make it into chat today, I'll show you a couple highlights. Remember our buy zone pullback play. We got a free webinar on it. If you're watching this and you're not in our chat room, you haven't taken our course, you can see I literally nailed TLRY right there at 1987. The lowest it got was 1980, so I was only 7 cents underwater and pulled 53 and 13, 66 cents out of a chunk right there. So that's a nice little buy zone pullback trade. Big thanks to Kevin M for putting the idea in the chat room, and then also another one, I actually put out the SDGR buy zone pullback idea in chat, and filled at 41.61, and that was almost the low. It went down below the half probably, but still a nice rebound, and it actually ended up going to almost 49 by the end of the day without ever revisiting this area. So a couple nice buy zone pullbacks. Excuse me. Couple other, for those of you that were in chat, Jane, kind of show you how this one unfolded. Jane gave the BLPH, which is just a simple recent high flyer, right? This is 5-minute candles a few days ago. Huge move, then a quiet inside day, so we had it on watch. Jane gave the opening range breakout idea, which would have been over 820. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see it, right? There's the opening 5-minute candle. So when she said that, I looked and said, well, you know what? This opened right about 8. And it's also a 5-minute buy setup. So I called this through 8, thinking that might be enough. The whole number inflection point right at the red to green with the high of day only 20 cents above. And that ended up being an even better entry. Either one of our ideas worked. But if you took the 8 entry, we got about 90 cents out of that one. Excuse me, I cannot get rid of this cough. And this one is back on watch for tomorrow, by the way. Let me see what else we had. SPCE, which, by the way, is the craziest stock in the world. But Wayne made a nice second mouse call right there through 40. Second mouse pushed 40 here. He called it back through 40, the old second mouse play. And it went up, where'd it go? To 42.49. So almost $2.50 move from Wayne's call. Really in about, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes. Really nice call. You can see what happened afterwards, but we always say that's why we rent them, right? We get long at the A+ setup. We scale out into strength. And then move along, right? So anyway, there's a few highlights from chat today. Teamwork's been fantastic. I'll hang out in after hours for a little bit too, for those of you that didn't. But I did not catch any trades. I was hoping to catch an earnings play. Anyway, I don't have much of a voice, so I'm going to just rip through the watch list video here. MYO, big pop yesterday, quiet inside day today, so that goes on watch for tomorrow. BLPH, huge move, 2 days lower on declining volume, goes on bounce watch for tomorrow. Roku, sorry guys, you can't see it here, but it basically hit the 200 day. I don't have the 200 day on this chart, and also kind of got down pretty close to the recent lows after gapping up on earnings. So this is 4 red days in a row, back down into support. What I'd really like to see, and you guys know this if you've been in my room any length of time, I'd like to see kind of a narrow range and an afternoon high of day break. That could be a pretty powerful bounce for Roku if we get it, especially on a Friday afternoon. So we'll see. TOCA, big volume and a strong close. So maybe we break above this island tomorrow. We'll see. We'll look for a low risk setup. SDGR, huge move today. Now keep in mind, this is the 3rd day in a row. You can see it's a relatively new IPO. 3rd day in a row. And today was just a monstrous day. So I'd like to, really, really watch this one next week. I'd like to see a couple red days to get back into reality, and then we might have a really nice setup. It's extended, but so even though I have it, I'm talking about it in this video. I'm really thinking next week I'd love to see a couple day pullback first. All right, lumber liquidators, really nice volume on this one, closing well off of its highs, but something's up with this one. So we're definitely going to watch that. Maybe a red to green, something along those lines tomorrow. NET. Relatively recent IPO also. Big volume today and a break above a good couple months worth of trading. Closing off of its highs, but still worth watching tomorrow. Remember, when you watch my videos, I am in cash every night looking for things that might give me an intraday profit tomorrow, right? KAR had the big pop yesterday, inside day today, so you got a possible stat catalyst scenario. We're going to watch that one. BLCI, that doesn't seem right. It should be BCLI. I typed it wrong. That was already on watch. Let me correct this on my watch list while I'm babbling. This was already on watch for today, and just a quiet, narrow range. So no triggers in it today, but we're going to watch it again tomorrow. Really, really strong stock. And a few potential gappers. DBX, Dropbox. After hours still has 30 minutes to go. I'm making this at 7:30 in the evening. But right now it's trading at 20.84 on earnings. So it's trading up here. Potential gap play tomorrow. ZS. This is kind of a different kind of a gap play. Closed at 65.18. And after hours, it's trading about 56.60 right now. Somewhere right about here. You see, you had a recent bounce from, what was it? Late January, off of the 55 area, 54.75. I was even in after hours, I was bidding right in front of 55 for a little while, but then I just went away. I said, you know what? I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat. And there wasn't much going on in after hours. Anyway, this could be one of those gaps down tomorrow, down to support, that runs all day. So, Wayne, if you're watching this, I know you've been studying these. Let me know what you think in the morning before the market opens. We'll see if ZS is still trading down there in the pre-market, and see if you think we've got a potential long setup down there tomorrow. And then BXRX, another recent IPO, closed at $7.99, and after hours this is trading at $10. So trading at new all-time highs. If the gap holds in the morning, we might have a potential gap and go play. That's everything. We'll add more gappers as we find them in the pre-market. Enjoy your evening. I'll see y'all in chat tomorrow.